You can never forget that zombie. You know who I'm talking about in 28 Days Later. Well, he's back, and so is the crazy doctor, and so is the blonde-wigged ninja gang. They're all back, and 28 years later, the Bone Temple. Yes, you're going to get more of the rage virus in this movie. But man, did this movie take an unexpected turn. A large part of the movie is the Samson zombie and the doctor, and they're just hanging out getting high. And hear me out, the way the doctor sort of finds a sort of cure to the rage virus by getting this zombie high and figuring out that using certain drugs triggers their memories and kind of turns him back into more human than zombie. But don't forget that tracksuit gang. They're still around in this movie. They're murdering, they're raping, they're pillaging. And they seem to think, for some reason, that doctor, who's off minding his own business in the woods, they think he's the devil. Everybody in the gang is named Jimmy. But the head Jimmy, the leader, he's a fucking giant douche. And Spike is back from the last movie too. He somehow got caught up in this gang of Jimmys, and he desperately wants to get the fuck away from them, as anybody would. Obviously, if you're ride or die for the 28 Days Later movies, you're gonna love this one. But I love this one in particular just because the doctor is such a crazy character. And when the doctor finds out that these crazy Jimmys think he's the devil, he rolls into it and turns it up to 11 and puts on a fucking show for a bunch of people he fucking hates. Oh, and stick around for the last 5 minutes of the movie. Or I can't remember if it's the last 5 minutes or after the credits, but stick around. There's a surprise appearance you're not going to want to miss. I'm lucky, thank God. I've never had an asshole boss, but maybe you have. Have you ever had one so bad you castrated him? Well, if you've ever thought about that, then you might want to watch Sam Raimi's new movie, Send Help. So in Send Help, they really try to dress down Rachel McAdams. And I've seen her up close and personal in real life. She's a fucking knockout. They try to make her like the frumpy office girl. Doesn't really work. So her boss is a douche who walks all over her, and they decide to take her on a company trip they're going on. They have to get on a plane. And oops, that plane crashes in the middle of the ocean. They wind up on a desert island. It's like Survivor, except he sucks at surviving and she doesn't. So of course they're on this island. They butt heads immediately. Now, we see her go off into the jungle. She comes back with a decapitated boar's head. You'd think this boss in that moment would be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't fuck with this girl. Maybe I should have been nicer to her. But no, he doesn't learn anything in this movie. So fair warning, I am a Sam Raimi mark. I love his Spider-Man movies. I love The Evil Dead. I love Drag Me to Hell. And this movie specifically kind of has that Drag Me to Hell vibe to it. If you like movies where douches receive their comeuppance, then boy is this movie for you. There is backstabbing. These two are at each other's throats the entire time. Backstabbing, hidden secrets, the whole deal. Plus, who doesn't like seeing entitled tech bros get their ass handed to them? Though it turns out in the end, both of them aren't really that nice. You'll see what I mean. Right now, you can pay for it on Amazon, but I'm sure if you wait just a couple more months, it's going to stream on Hulu. And I think when it does, see it. See, Send Help. A face-slapping game to settle arguments. Sounds very Irish, doesn't it? How about a movie with a bullying girl gang? Both your parents are dead. You're forced to be raised by your brother, who's okay, but he's a drunk. At least on your side, you've got a 10-foot tall witch in Slapface. The main kid, Lucas, in this movie, he's in a weird spot. Like I said, parents are dead, raised by the drunk brother. He gets bullied by a gang of preteen girls, and one of them is secretly his girlfriend at the same time. So on a dare, they say, oh, go into this insane asylum and bring us out something, check it out. Who does he meet in there? Virago, the witch. So Lucas becomes friends with this giant witch. But the friendship comes at a cost. Anybody who hurts or fucks with Lucas all of a sudden winds up dead. So is the witch killing these people, or is Lucas? I mean, Lucas is only like 11 or 12, so... But the movie does a good job of riding that thin line of like, you don't exactly know who's doing what. So Virago the Witch really is imposing. They got somebody gigantic to play this role. He's got a big cloak like this guy, big hook nose. You wouldn't want to run into this person in an insane asylum or in the woods. And just wait until you see what happens. And just wait until you see what that witch does to a police station. She fucks shit up. Also, the only person though I recognized in this movie was Dan Hedaya. Do you remember him from that movie Dick, where he played President Nixon? Obviously, the movie is low budget, but it uses its low budget really well. It's got great cinematography. It's thoughtful. It kind of reminded me of this other long forgotten low budget movie called Lightning Bug by Robert Hall. That's a deep cut. Only the true horror nerds will remember that one. But I think you should give it a chance. It's on Shudder right now. You can stream it. Check it out.